friends, welcome back to Food Prep Guide. Today's video is a little different than what we normally do. As the world continues to fall apart, it feels like distractions abound, threatening to take our eyes off the prize of our heavenly home. Hebrews 10:24-25 says, "And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching." Well, here on this channel, we see that day approaching, and we want to be a blessing to you in these times by encouraging you to fix your eyes on Jesus and enjoy His peace that surpasses all understanding. So every now and then, we're going to put out one of these devotional style videos that shares a quick word of encouragement. We pray it blesses you. Today's video is about perspective. In the rhythm of life, it is easy to become consumed by what we see, or don't see, what's right in front of us. That's what happened to my daughter one day when she was about 3 years old. I was washing dishes in the kitchen when I heard her little voice cry out, "He's nowhere!" She had been looking for her big brother all over the place, but she couldn't find him. I had just seen him outside the back door, lying on the ground resting. After all, playing is hard work. So I took her to the back door, pointed to where he was, and returned to the kitchen sink. About a minute later, she came back in full-blown panic mode, crying teardrops as big as she was. "No, he's not. Baba is nowhere." So after I visually confirmed that he was still in the same spot, only 15 feet away from the back door, I turned to my daughter, totally confused at what was happening. The look I saw in her eyes told me that she clearly did not see what was right in front of her. So I bent down to get to her eye level, and I was shocked at what I saw. I saw nothing. Nothing but the rim of our patio table, that is. Perspective is such a funny thing, isn't it? We have a patio table on our back porch. It's only about 6 feet away from our back door. The depth of that tabletop and my daughter's line of vision intersected in such a way as to block all view of her brother. He was just feet away, but to her, he was nowhere. My little girl was absolutely convinced that her brother was gone when he was right there all along. She just needed a different perspective to see it. I think about this from time to time when I'm sowing seed. Maintaining a proper perspective of our lives in view of eternity is critical. You see, I sow seeds in the garden because of their potential to bear fruit, not because I get to enjoy that fruit today. When you plant a seed, it's small, unimpressive, and easy to toss aside. After all, they're often no bigger than breadcrumbs. But each seed holds the potential to feed my family dozens of pounds of produce. If I lose perspective of that, I may never sow the seed to begin with, and then I'd miss out on the harvest as a result. I don't know what seed the Lord is calling you to sow in your life right now. You might be feeling like your labor is in vain, like you're sowing seed for nothing, like God is nowhere. You may be wondering if you'll ever see a harvest. I encourage you to pause and pray and refocus your perspective. A seed can lie dormant beneath the soil for weeks before we see any sign of growth. But underground, in the unseen, roots are developing. In the same way, we need to trust that God is at work in our lives, even if we can't see or feel Him. So sow that seed anyway, and trust Him with the results. That's all for today. We'll see you next time. Bye.